Sarah, welcome to Greenwich Film Festival. I'd love to ask the name of your film and loosely what it's about.
So my film's called Gardening, and it is about a woman on a quest for justice, but it's an animation, so it's all set inside her head, which is metaphorically represented as a garden. So you get to see the internal and the external world playing out on screen at the same time.
Wonderful. Out of all the stories you could have told, why this one and why now?
Great question. So I've been making this film for a very long time. I started it in about 2015, and it started off as a very broad documentary, and I was kind of just exploring gender and sexuality, and I think it was just about understanding and exploring at that point. And then I was assaulted, so it became more about dealing with trauma and justice processes and stuff, because kind of trauma and sexuality can be quite intrinsically linked. And obviously during that time also we went through Me Too, and we're still going through a lot of conversations about what justice means to people and how to achieve justice. I feel like that's going to be an issue which is we're going to be reckoning with for quite a long time, unfortunately.
I want to ask what if you have any animators that you look up to, or people that you've maybe modelled your work on in the past, or that still float in the back of your mind when you're making your own films?
I love Suzanne Pitt, who is a experimental animator. She lived in California and was working at CalArts for a long time. She made kind of wonderful, surreal, painterly animations. I also really love Yellow Submarine by the Beatles. That's by George Dunning, directed by, and they worked with a German illustrator, so it's kind of a mishmash of lots of different people. Kind of generally everything from the 70s, animation-wise. Yeah.
I want to ask if you have a comfort film or a film that you've seen recently which has done something to you.
Actually, I was at London Breeze Film Festival on Monday, and I watched Sister Wives, which is I don't know if you've seen it, it's a live action film. It's incredible. It's about two women who live in a community where polygamy is allowed, and so it's kind of about this new younger wife that comes to live with the older wife and her husband, and how that relationship develops. And it has an incredibly touching and well-drawn story and characters, and the ending is just so triumphant, and it's got a kind of real Thelma and Louise vibe in a more of a period drama sense, and yeah, loved it.
Wonderful. Last question. Why are you a filmmaker? Why this over anything else?
That's another great question, and I think that more recently this has come into focus for me because it's becoming harder and harder to be a filmmaker, and so the idea of leaving the industry is kind of always on the sidelines. And then when I think about leaving the industry, I think, I don't know if I could actually survive without this, without being able to tell stories. And it's just my way of existing in the world, I suppose, like being able to understand myself, being able to communicate with other people, being able to feel seen and heard, and kind of less alone.
Such a pleasure, Sarah. I hope you have a wonderful day. Thank you for talking to me.
Thank you so much for having me.